Welcome to Kidd Brewer Stadium, home to the Giant Killers, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. And Boone, North Carolina has really been excited for this matchup that we have in store. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. The Mountaineers will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The 49ers offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe and don't...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. So the App State Mountaineers offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys and the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The play action fake. Got his man quickly. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Wilson will throw. Coming after it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Little touch pass to the receiver. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. He's going to let it go. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Niners.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Flips it out in the flat. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Buchanan. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Buchanan. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They want to just keep throwing it. Gets it out quickly. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there, work in the middle.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown 49ers. On to attempt the try.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. This unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Wilson to pass. He makes the connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Mountaineers are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And here on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They've been running it, but now the pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know.
He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Off the play fake on first down. Looking left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Finds a little space. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Got rid of it just in time. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Brings it in down the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Charlotte. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Leaves it with the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got great speed. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the pass hits, picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Trying to find his man on first down. On the move, he fires. Working the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. And the Mountaineers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wilson will throw. Using the quick game. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On second down, looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the...
He's going up top. Snags it. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Niners.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Gets it out fast. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Touchdown 49ers! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Charlotte, 42. App State, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the right.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Steps away to find some room. Lets it fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
He'll try to slam it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in, and down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sideline. Touchdown, Charlotte! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and they cap things off with touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Headed for the corner on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll line up for a second down play. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 50-yard line. The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got it down the middle. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Mountaineers are threatening in the red zone. Takes the easy completion. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The Mountaineers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to get them outflanked on the jet sweep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 24 to Cal. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Offense in an empty set. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quick strike complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Finds his target down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown. And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wilson will throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact
he lobs one high down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The 49ers are on the move. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. Touchdown, Niners. And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Catch in the middle. It's Lawson. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Wilson to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Snares it outside. It's Lawson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're trying to get to him. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing and puffing and sucking wind, and this offense all of a sudden down close to your goal line. You might want to consider subbing some fresh bodies out on the field.
Touchdown, 49ers! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with himself.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw it. Touchdown, Charlotte! And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
77, App State.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on.
He wants to take the top off. And he intercepts it. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.